Wakey, 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 wakey. It's time for school. Come on. Wake up. It's time for school. Come on, man.
Hello, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Behind their sleek designs and alluring promises, credit cards hold the keys to both financial liberation and financial ruin, making them a captivating subject for exploration. In this video, I will explain what a credit card is, how a credit card works, the parts of a credit card, important elements of using a credit card, and important considerations. Let's get into it. What are credit cards? Credit cards are plastic cards issued by financial institutions such as banks or credit card companies that allow cardholders to borrow money to make purchases. The amount of money you borrow is also called your line of credit and has a limit. A credit limit is the maximum amount of money you can borrow and is set by the card issuer. The cardholder is required to repay the borrowed amount along with any applicable interest or fees within a specified period. So now you know that credit cards are plastic cards, allow cardholders to borrow money to make purchases, and require cardholders to repay the borrowed money along with any interest or fees. So now we need to know, how do credit cards work? There are a few steps that need to be taken in order to get and start using a credit card. Step 1. Application. To apply for a credit card, you typically need to complete an application provided by the card issuer. The application process typically involves providing personal information such as your name, address, income details, credit history, and consent for a credit check. The issuer evaluates the application and approves or denies it after determining your credit worthiness. Step 2. Approval and credit limit. If approved, your card issuer will determine your credit limit, which represents the maximum amount you can borrow while using the credit card. Once your credit limit is determined, your card issuer will then issue you a line of credit connected to your specific card and credit account before sending you your new credit card. Step 3. Activation. After receiving a credit card in the mail, you typically need to activate it by following the instructions provided, either by calling a designated number or activating it online. Step 4. Card usage. Once activated, you can start using the credit card for purchases. Credit cards are widely accepted by merchants around the world. You can use them to make in-person transactions by swiping, inserting, or tapping the card, or for online transactions by entering the card details. Okay, so now we know that in order to use a credit card, we have to submit an application to a financial institution that issues credit cards, get approved, have a credit limit determined and issued, activate the credit card, and then use the credit card for purchases. Now let's go over the parts of a credit card. A typical credit card has two sides and consists of several essential parts that work together to facilitate financial transactions. On the front side of a credit card, you will typically see an issuing bank logo, which is often displayed on the front or back of the card, indicating the institution responsible for managing the cardholder's account. An embedded chip on the front, which contains encrypted information about the cardholder and the card. The card number, a unique series of digits assigned to each credit card. It serves as the primary identifier for the card and is necessary for making purchases and transactions. An expiration date that indicates the month and year when the credit card is no longer valid. After this date, the card cannot be used for transactions and a new card must be issued. The cardholder name of the individual or entity to whom the credit card is issued. It appears prominently on the front of the card. And a card network logo, which is also displayed prominently on the front of the card, represents the network through which transactions are processed. Credit cards are typically affiliated with specific card networks, such as Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover. On On the back side of a credit card, you will typically see a magnetic strip, which contains encrypted information about the cardholder and the card, just like the embedded chip on the front. A signature strip, which provides space for the cardholder to sign their name. Although the importance of this signature has diminished with the rise of chip and PIN technology, it can still be used as an additional form of verification. A security code, also known as the CVV, Card Verification Value, or CVC, Card Verification Code. The security code is a 3 or 4-digit number located on the back of the card. It provides an additional layer of security and helps to verify the card's legitimacy during online or over-the-phone transactions. And a hologram, which serves as a security feature designed to prevent counterfeiting and verify the authenticity of the card. It is typically a 3-dimensional image or pattern and is created using holographic technology. When using a credit card, there are a few important elements every cardholder should be aware of if they don't want to find themselves in financial trouble. Just to name a few, these are 6 important elements of using a credit card. Billing cycles and credit statements. Credit card usage is organized into billing cycles. During a billing cycle, any purchase, payment, or cash advance you make are recorded by the credit card issuer. At the end of each billing cycle, the credit card issuer generates a statement that lists all the transactions made during that period, along with any other details such as minimum payment due, due date, and any other fees or interest charged. Minimum payment. A credit card statement specifies a minimum payment amount, which is the minimum that must be paid to the credit card issuer to keep the credit card account in good standing. A minimum payment amount is typically a percentage of the outstanding balance or a fixed amount, whichever is greater. Failure to make at least the minimum payment by the due date may cause late fee charges to the current statement balance, and the credit holder's credit score could be negatively affected. It's important to note that paying only the minimum can result in high interest charges and a longer time to repay the debt. However, missing a credit card payment will also have the same or similar negative consequences, if not worse. It is important to make payments on time to avoid these penalties. Interest and finance charges. If you carry a balance on your credit card by not paying the full statement amount, the issuer will charge you interest on the outstanding amount. The interest rate, also known as the annual percentage rate, or APR, is disclosed to you when you receive the card and is calculated based on the average daily balance of the credit card. A grace period. Some credit cards offer an APR payment grace period, which typically is between 21 to 25 days. During a grace period, you can avoid paying interest on your purchases if you pay the full statement balance by the due date. However, cash advances usually do not have a grace period, and interest accrues from the day of the transaction. A cash advance is the act of withdrawing cash against your credit limit through the use of your credit card. Cash advances should only be used for emergencies due to the cash advance fee and high APR. Cash advances can be completed at an ATM, bank, or in some cases, over the phone. Finally, here are some important considerations for both prospective and current credit card holders. It is very important to remember that when making a purchase with a credit card, the card holder is essentially borrowing money from the card issuer. The issuer pays the merchant on behalf of the cardholder, and the cardholder agrees to repay the issuer later. If the cardholder pays the balance in full by the due date, no interest is charged. If the balance is not paid in full, interest accrues on the remaining amount. I cannot reiterate enough how important it is to keep up with your credit health. It can be very easy to lose control of your finances and rack up a bunch of debt. It is very important to understand the terms and conditions, manage your spending, make payments on time, and keep your credit utilization within a healthy range. Remember that credit cards can be a valuable financial tool if used responsibly. Carrying high balances, missing payments, or exceeding your credit limit can lead to debt accumulation, high interest charges, and potential financial difficulties, including a negative impact on your credit score. But more on credit scores in another video. Would you apply for a credit card? Do you already have one? What card do you recommend? Let us know in the comments section below. If you liked this video and/or learned something new, like, comment, and subscribe to let us know that you will like more. Also, check out our other videos and let us know what you would like to learn about next. And remember, this is not financial advice. This is financial entertainment. Thanks for watching and have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a great night. Bye.